Hello everyone, my name is Daria and welcome back to my channel. And you guys, life is good. Life is good, life is grand, life is great, life is going exactly as it should be. And do you wanna know why? I think you know why if you clicked on this video. It's because Bridgerton is back, okay? We're entering Bridgerton season, baby. By the time this video goes up, we will be coming upon the second anniversary of Bridgerton season 2 releasing. We have gone without Bridgerton content for 2 years. Now, I know what you're gonna say, oh, we had the Queen Charlotte spinoff. Yes, but we were missing a lot of our key players while watching that show. And while I adored Queen Charlotte, I need my main Bridgerton fix. But the drought is slowly but surely ending. We are being fed our little crumbs, and that is what I'm here to talk to you about today. I've just gotten sick of waiting for a teaser trailer, so I decided I'm going to retrospectively talk about the 2 released teaser clips and a few of the teaser images that we've gotten, and just sort of give you guys my reaction and also my predictions and hopes for what this season will bring. I also want to let you guys know that I have recently launched a Patreon, so if you want to see my full unedited reactions to everything that I'm posting, go ahead and join. If you want to, hop on the train before Bridgerton season 3 comes out. I am also currently running a weekly Bridgerton season 2 rewatch. We all get together, we, watch season 2 together, freak out over Kanthony together, and just have a blast. So go ahead and consider joining my Patreon if you'd like. Let's go ahead and start off with that first teaser clip of Polin. I have to say that the Bridgerton leading role, glow up hit these two like a freight train. It's crazy. I mean, they were both gorgeous individuals, but now it's it's something else. I was talking with my friends and all of us, I'll be honest, I think I've said this before on my channel, I'm a little bit of a Polin cynic. Not in the sense that I don't like them, I wasn't sure about them. I think primarily because of Colin. I'm not the biggest fan of the friends to lovers trope. Anyone who knows me knows this about me. And I particularly don't like it when these stories have the guy being oblivious and the girl pining after him. However, I do have hope for Polin where I have not had hope for other friends to lovers ships, because I feel like their dynamic has sort of shifted based on the ending of last season and also based on that teaser clip that we got. We were shown exactly what I was waiting for from Penelope, which is to basically give a big fuck you to Colin and showing him what he's missing. And I'm not just talking about how gorgeous she looks, which yes, she looks gorgeous, but to show him what he's been missing in terms of her friendship and the value that she brings to his life. Penelope was such a good friend to him, but at the same time, it was mostly coming from a place of she had this idol-like worship of him, right? He was this perfect guy who could do no wrong, who would never love her back. And I think it'll be interesting to have that dynamic switch now, where Colin is the one running after her for her attention. Basically, I'm just very happy that we're seeing a groveling Colin, because I need this man to beg. I need this man to on all fours, foaming at the mouth for Penelope. Otherwise, I don't know if I can be on board with it. Another thing that was present in the clip that really piqued my interest is the fact that there's another shift in their dynamic where Penelope is no longer this happy-go-lucky, putting on this front in front of Colin. I feel like every single time that she was interacting with him before, she was so happy and bubbly and trying to almost please him. But in this conversation, she was very blunt with him. And even, I'm thinking particularly of when she said oh, I'm a spinster, and he was trying to joke and be oh, no, you're not. And then she's no. You don't understand. You don't get it. To him, it's a joke. To him, it's whatever. That she's, on her 3rd, marriage mark season, whatever. But, this is a big fucking deal for that time period, she is running out of time. Basically, she's out of time. And so I appreciated that she didn't, that she got angry with him. That's what I like. Because, once again, she doesn't have this idol worship. She's not trying to constantly please him. She's not, holding back her true feelings and thoughts so he doesn't get upset with her. I loved it. I love it. I feel like for me, between Penelope and Colin, I feel like Colin has to do more work in order to get me on his side. Like in season 3, if any of you have watched my reactions, you know that I was not the biggest fan of his storyline. First of all, it was like a nothing burger of a storyline. The only significant thing that he really did was go to Marina's home and see her again, which I personally was not a fan of. Like, Colin, leave the poor girl alone. But the interesting thing about this season is I feel like for the first time, and perhaps for the only time, we don't really have a Bridgerton as the lead character. Even though we have a leading couple, a leading man and a leading woman in every single season, the Bridgerton sibling within that duo is the lead character, okay? They're the one whose journey we're mostly following, okay? We had Daphne, we had Anthony. Logically, you would think it would now be Colin's turn. However, I feel like Penelope is like the primary lead in this season. And I wonder if that's why I don't have this huge attachment to Colin, because he's not the main character. Like, we're not following his journey, we're following Penelope's journey. Further proof of this is the fact that in the finale of last season, Penelope was brought down to her knees, bitch. Okay, she lost Eloise and Colin in the same night, the two most significant relationships in her life. Like, that's crazy. That is something that happens to a lead character before they get their starring spotlight moment. We saw back in season 1 that Anthony was also brought down to his lowest point. He did not believe in love. He was basically he didn't know what the fuck to do with himself. And then that allows us to see him, grow and evolve over the course of a whole season with him as our primary lead character. So I completely neglected to mention the first ever Polin snippet that we got of the both of them in the drawing room, where Pen is saying that absolute poetry to Colin's face. And I feel like that clip only kind of like further proves my assessment of Penelope as the primary character and journey that we're following this season, because she's delivering like those iconic Bridgerton lines that are typically reserved for our heroes. And now Pen is delivering them. And Colin is the one who's like all flustered and shook up. Like, that's kind of iconic. I don't know what that dynamic is going to be like, having Penelope, a non-Bridgerton, as, our primary, basically. I'm intrigued, but I also, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? What it probably means is that we're going to be seeing a lot more of the Featheringtons. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like I only really enjoyed the Featheringtons when Marina was a part of their plot line. I feel like it's been universally, agreed upon by a lot of Bridgerton fans that the season 2 Featherington plotline was a whole bunch of bullshit. I, to this day, have never fully watched it through. I skip those scenes during rewatches. I'm pretty sure everybody does. So, a whole season that's probably going to, put the microscope on them. I don't know. And I also feel a little bit nervous about it because I personally think that they do not deserve a redemption. I feel like after this season, I don't want to see the Featherington family. Once Penelope is integrated into the Bridgertons, we need to say bye-bye. I mean, not to say that I don't appreciate those actresses, and I think that a lot of their comedic timing is spot fucking on. However, narratively, I don't see how it makes sense. I feel like Penelope, in order to grow as a person, needs to leave behind that toxic environment because her sisters and her mother treat her like less than dirt. It is a horrible environment. Frankly, I feel like it's abusive. I don't think that's like a stretch to say. Like, they wreak havoc upon her self-esteem. They don't take anything about her into account. They barely notice that she's even there. I mean, how else was she able to get away with being laid whistle down? I think that in this season, we need to have Penelope leave them behind. Maybe they come to her and say sorry, but she should be like, you know what? At most, she appreciates the apology, but you no longer are able to be in my life and I don't want you in my life. We part ways, okay? I feel like that is what should happen. When it comes to the Polin romance in general, I have stated many times that I have my trepidations, but I think above all else, I have faith in the Bridgerton writing room. I think it's been proven time and time again that they know what the fuck they're doing. So I have faith in them, and if anything, I cannot wait to see a girl who like looks like me, who has a body like mine, get to be like romanced and desired in a period drama. Incredible, amazing, iconic, like wow. I just can't wait to see like somebody with like a body that looks a bit like mine just getting to be in those like steamy scenes, like those iconic Bridgerton like sexy scenes. I need to stop before I sound like too much of like a weirdo, but I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the carriage scene. That carriage is gonna be a rockin'. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm honestly kind of intrigued to see if I'll like Colin more by the end of the season. Like, will whatever growth journey he goes on with his relationship with Pen make me like him more as a character on his own? I don't know. I just feel like there's so many possibilities with Polin, and I feel optimistic. Like, I'm excited for the season because I'm excited to like them so much more by the end, you know? I feel like that is going to be my growth journey this season. Like, Penelope and Colin are going on their little journeys, and so am I. Now let's go ahead and talk about the secondary plot lines this season, which is actually what I am most excited for. And I think I'm excited because I don't know what they're gonna do, and there's so many possibilities. Because for anyone who is unaware, the Bridgerton book timelines, they overlap. Colin and Francesca and Eloise's romances all overlap, Francesca and Colin's especially, which is why I feel like they're making Francesca a more primary character in the season, because it has to be done. In order for Francesca's romance to happen, which I pray to God we get a season for Francesca, I feel like in order for Francesca's story to happen as it should, they need to start introducing her ahead of time. And I'm gonna get into some major spoilers here for Francesca's story, so if you don't want to hear them, go someplace else. Francesca marries a man that she's very much in love with named John. They are married for a few years, and then John very suddenly dies. And Francesca's primary romance and love interest is actually John's cousin, Michael Sterling. I am 100%, honestly, I would bet money on Francesca meeting and marrying John by the end of this season. Now, are we going to also be introduced to Michael? I don't know. I can see them holding off on having Michael in the story. Maybe John mentions him. Maybe he writes some letters. He's just kind of sprinkled in there because we want to mostly focus on John, and we want, the larger audience to be connected with him, really love him, so that, when he dies, they feel that emotional weight. However, I can also see them wanting to introduce the real love interest, Michael, as early on as possible, and really showing the development of that relationship over time, because Michael loved Francesca, from the beginning, but he kept those feelings very well hidden from pretty much everybody. And the three of them kind of became this, friendship trio for a long time. Now, which scenario would I prefer? Obviously, I want to see my man Michael. Michael Sterling is... yeah, I would say he's the best Bridgerton book love interest. Hands down, bar none. If you want, some kind of comparison, I would say that he gives that same energy that show Kanthony did in, season 2. Honestly, Francesca's storyline is the one that I'm most interested with because I have no idea what they're gonna do, but I can't wait to find out. Next, I want to talk about everyone's favorite artiste and lover boy, Benedict. I am also very intrigued to see what they're gonna do with him this season because... does anybody know what the fuck they're gonna do with him? I don't know. I feel like none of us really know because, it was supposed to be his season based on, order of books, but now it's not, so now what is there left for him to do? Is he just going to attend more, orgy art parties? I don't know. I feel like if he is going to be the lead of season 4, scratch that. When he is the lead of season 4, that means that this season needs to be his, absolute breakdown season. And I feel like they kind of set him up like that because he basically gave up art in the finale of season 2. So I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but I feel like they're gonna give him that setup for, his season 4 leading moment. There is one thing that I am pretty much 80 to 85% sure is gonna happen, and that is his meeting his love interest, Sophie. For anyone who is unaware, they have this iconic Cinderella moment type meet cute where she shows up to a ball, all dressed up, mask on, and he dances with her, falls in love with her, and then poof, she's gone and he can never find her again. I think we're gonna see that moment in the finale, and I think that's where we're gonna end. I feel like it would be stupid not to do it. Come on now. I also want to hop on and say that I am aware of the rumors of the actress playing Sophie. I believe her first name is Masali. I'm blanking on her last name right now. I feel like the fact that there's rumors about her casting only kind of confirms the fact that we might see Sophie. I believe that people were saying that the casting call for Sophie said something about the character appearing in one episode and then going on to be a starring role in the next season, which totally like matches with my theory that Sophie's gonna show up at the end of the season. So I'm just like more excited and more hyped for that. All right, moving on. It is time for us to talk about what you all probably came here to see me talk about, and that is Kanthony. I was 100% not prepared for them to give us that teaser clip. Like, I was actually expecting a teaser trailer for the third season, because typically Netflix will release those teasers about like 2 months in advance of a show coming out. So I was like, okay, we're gonna get a teaser. But now that I think about it, it makes sense that they gave us a Kanthony clip, because Bridgerton is currently running their season 2 rewatch. So that makes sense. So now I've convinced myself that we're going to get a season 3 trailer on March 25th, which is the 2nd anniversary of season 2. You can quote me on that. So I was expecting to just look for my Kanthony crumbs in the teaser trailer and go like frame by frame to try to find them. Instead, they hit us with a full fucking clip. I had just kind of woken up from sleep. Bitch, the adrenaline that coursed through my body was insane. I couldn't sit still for like an hour after watching it. They're sick. They're so sick. Fuck. This clip was everything I wanted and more for Kanthony in season 3. Like, I want domestic and marital bliss, bitch. Okay, this is my comment from the YouTube video. It went platinum. Thank you very much. And I want them in their marital bliss era forever. Like, I want to see them every season. I want them to become like a pillar of Bridgerton now. Like, every season they just like show up and are super cute and like give some advice to people. And like, don't have to deal with any of the fucking drama. Okay, we had enough drama. Thank you. I don't know when this clip is from, but it obviously does happen the same time in the same episode as that Polin clip, because Pen is wearing that same gorgeous emerald dress. She looks gorgeous. I'm sorry. Side note for a second. Nicola Coughlan, the woman that you are, to the Bridgerton costuming, makeup, and hair department, I owe you my life. She looks stunning. I imagine then that this clip is going to be from earlier in the season, and I'm paying so much attention to that because I am just like so convinced that Kate is gonna get pregnant and or give birth to their first kid this season. Like, I'm sure of it. The clip, like, I've seen it so many times at this point, like I could probably recite it. I just need to like point out some like small details and things that just like absolutely set me over the fucking edge. First of all, Jonathan Bailey, stop it with your face. This man's like micro expressions are the fucking death of me. Because one was that little like, oh, like head tilt while walking towards her and making eye contact. Like that teasing, flirty little like, like what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Okay, next I need to talk about how stunning Kate looks, Simone looks. The fabric, the color, the pattern. Now, this is the most like Regency inaccurate shit I've ever seen, but do I give a fuck? No. The tones, the jewel tones, and the like bronzy, like the fact that there was like a bit of a sheer on her skin. Girl. And I feel like the dress definitely reminded me of like traditional saris, especially with like the cloth that she had around her and the kind of like X on her back. And her jewelry, just gorgeous. The hair, having that one piece cascading, like I don't know what to say. Like, I've never seen a more gorgeous woman in my life. Also, I love that Violet and Kate, I think they were like probably talking about, I don't know, they were like conspiring about something, because Kate was like, oh, like we'll talk later, interference, whatever. I cannot wait to see like Violet and Kate have a kind of like mentor-mentee, like fun mother-in-law, daughter-in-law type relationship. Like that's gonna be so cute. It'll be the death of me. Also the kiss, they're insane. First of all, that is so inappropriate. Do it again. Do it again, bitch. Like, and her little like, her little surprise. Girl, I can't. Jonathan Bailey's face needs to be like put up in the MoMA. Like his small little just like expressions. Like I can't stand him. I'm so excited for season 3, Kanthony. It's gonna be so healing after the fucking anxiety that season 2 gave me. So, that is it for me today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. This was a very quick, like, impromptu kind of video. I was just sick and tired of not talking about Bridgerton, and I needed to exercise a demon, okay? You get me. I know I skipped out on talking about a lot of things. I basically completely ignored the Lady Whistledown revelation and Eloise and Penelope, but like I don't have as many predictions about that, and I want to wait until I see the teaser trailer, which again, I think is coming on Monday. So once we get to that, then maybe I'll have like more concrete predictions and thoughts. But for now, that's what I'm gonna leave you with. If you guys want to find me or follow me anywhere else, go ahead and click the links down below. Also, don't forget that I have a Patreon, so if you want to gain access to my full-length, unedited reactions to Bridgerton Season 3 when it comes out, go ahead and make sure that you are a part of that. Also, I am currently running my Bridgerton Season 2 rewatch, so if you want to stroll down Kanthony Lane with me and all our friends, come and join us there. I love you all so very dearly. I am so happy to be back talking with you guys about Bridgerton, and I can't wait to do it in the next video too. Bye!